Okay, so here was the moment of truth, whether I could get that off with the armor's tool. Now, I didn't video it because it's nothing like seeing a grown man cry on video. This thing all shifted on me. Because if I'd tried to get that off and then did something bad, I'd have been pretty mad at myself. But anyway, it worked. I was able to get it off. And this vice thingy, majiggy thing, it started turning in there. And let me see if you can angle it so you can see it. It started to turn or twist a little bit, and I was a little concerned because I didn't want it to. There you go. The bottom here holds the takedown studs from the upper, and I was worried that it would. And actually, I got this upside down. I put it in upside down to take off the gas block. But anyway, actually, this is holding the top, and this is up here holding the takedown studs that come off of the upper. Anyway, so that's that done. Get this thing off. As you know, this thing has a spring behind it, and it's kind of a bit of a pain. That's why I was having such a hard time with the trying to get that fore end off. This was so tight. There you go. That loosen off a little bit more. You can see it's slowly moving out, and there's that spring back there. So now I think it's coming off. All right, yay. Well, it's got. It feels like it's gonna like shoot off into my hand. Ooh, quite a bit of oil on that. Okay, so as you can see, you have the spring in here, and there's a barrel nut, and I would have to pull that off. But luckily, all that oil. Luckily, I have another barrel nut to go on here. There's the barrel nut that came with the Troy Industries battle rail. So it's a little. This is definitely some sort of proprietary barrel nut. So just so you know, LR308, you're gonna have to put this on if you're gonna use the Troy battle rail. Got the Yankee Hill machine gas block. It's got it staked in there. Well, not staked in, but roll pinned in, I guess. Use the roll pin holder to put it in, start it in, and then use the proper roll pin punch to put it in. It makes a world of difference. So, again, if you're doing any of these AR builds, make sure you pick them up. Like I said, it's going to cost you a little bit of money, but it'll pay dividends in the long run. So having the right tool can make the job a little easier. Okay, so I've got the barrel nut on, I got the gas tube lined up, the gas block lined up, and then I'm going to put on the Troy Industries battle rail. And you got to put it on, and then you got to twist it. I guess there's a little cutout in there. You have to hold it to kind of like line it up. And let's see if I can put these in. And hold it up tight, I guess. And I'm going to do like kind of a back and forth pattern on them. Slowly tighten them up rather than get one torqued down tight. Yeah. A little grinding going on in here. I think it's the screws. It looks like there's some sort of like Loctite already on them. Ooh, I'm just going to go back and forth and tighten them up. Because that would be something that you don't want to have happen, kind of like that bolt release Allen head bolt is have these come off, and oh, I think I almost got it. I don't want to over tighten it. There was nothing about specs of torques or anything like that, how much to torque it down. I guess you really couldn't, but that seems about right. Okay, so I'm putting on that muzzle brake from DPMS. Now what they did is they give you this washer that's got flat sides on it so that you can tighten that up against the muzzle brake so that you have the ports facing to the sides. Creepy over here a little bit. There you go. So, like say, so you would have to tighten that. Yeah, I think I got that. That's pretty spot on right there. And then I would tighten it. Let's see, will this fit? Yeah, it will. So you back tighten it. Let's see if we line it up perfectly. Alright, now this is going to be an exciting thing to try out. Looks lined up. Okay. And that is a little bit of a gap. I knew there would be, because this is like 13 inches and then the barrel is 16, and then you got the muzzle brake, which is probably 3.5 or 3 inches. So, but then you got to count in the threads here, which deduct from the muzzle brake. All right, there's the finished product. It took a little bit. This is the first LR308 that I've built. So, I mean, basically they're similar to AR-15s, but there's a few differences, different sizes of things and things like that. So, if you are going to build one of these, make sure that you have a very clean work surface and that you don't have any AR parts laying around that you could accidentally sneak into the build somehow. And I don't know how I did it, and it's embarrassing, but anyway, it's a good learning experience, and hopefully from the video you can see the different components of this LR308 that make it different and make it a little bit, maybe a little bit more challenging. But anyway, with the DPMS front flash hider, muzzle brake, if you want to call it. It's actually more of a muzzle brake. I really wouldn't call it a flash hider. The Troy Industries front free float handguard, which I think that's going to have a huge impact on the accuracy of the rifle. I do have the mag pull front and rear flip up sights. I'm going to actually mount an AR optic, well, a scope. I'm not too sure what type of scope. Once I've got it on there, I'm going to take it to the range and zero in the flip-up sights, and then I'm going to put a scope on it and then take it to the range. Hopefully this is going to be kind of like my long-distance battle patrol rifle, if you want to call it. And in the back here, I do have the mag pull stock, and I think it's the ACS, the ACS stock, and the Magpul Myad hand grip. The DPMS lower parts kit. Now again, the upper came completely assembled, and it came with the DPMS bolt carrier, group assembly, and things like that, and a charging handle. I may make a couple of little changes here and there, but one of the things that I really wanted to talk about is the weight. So the LR308 weighs 9 pounds exactly, and that's without an optic on it. And the AR-15 in front of it, which is pretty much identical as far as modifications, except this handrail is 15 inches and the LR308 is 13. And obviously there's a bit of a slight difference in the stock, just a slight difference. Now the magazines are empty, and the reason being is that I do not have any 308 ammunition, so now I have to go to that side of the bench and go reload some, because I can't find it anywhere. Anyway, so, and the AR-15 weighs 7.2, 7 pounds, 0.2. So you're looking at, you know, a slight difference. I was really surprised. I thought that the LR308 was going to be a lot heavier. But really, though, when you think about it, when you put the ammo in, that's going to be the true test, see how much more weight the 308 ammo is going to be compared to the 5.56. Also, you know, if you're talking about only a pound, 0.8, you know, if you do a 5-mile walk, are you going to notice that extra pound and a half? Or a little, almost closer to 2 pounds, maybe. Definitely when you pick them up, and you can definitely feel the weight difference. So it's only, even though it's slight. But anyway, so that is the finished the LR308, and now we're off to the range.